Hello, everyone. It is Winsome from the Power Up Your Dream Self Empowerment Mentorship Program. Good evening and welcome to my live. It is my first live, and so bear with me if I'm a little bit nervous and if my voice doesn't quite work. I do actually have a voice issue, but I don't let it stop me from speaking and doing what I'm supposed to do. So let's get started. Today, I'm going to share a tip with you for unearthing who you really are, right? That person that was buried by trauma, the effects of trauma and childhood abuse. That person is probably in hiding, feeling unsafe to come out. Your true self is not, you're not presenting your true self to the world. You are operating as a shadow of who you really are, a fraction of uh, all that you are. Okay. So I'm going to share a tip with you today for how you can begin to unearth yourself so that you can take your life back, take your life in your own hands, and begin to create your dream. So, with my self empowerment mentorship program, it's an 8-week program that takes a look at 7 major areas of your life to gain control of those areas of your life so that you can begin to create that dream. And I did not say dreams, I said dream because we're going after the one thing, the number one thing that we want out of life, right? We have a lot to give life, but we want to get something back out of it. So what is the one thing that you want more than anything else in your life? And that's the dream we create through my mentorship program. So back to your identity. Now, if you are an adult survivor of childhood trauma, you're probably feeling a little unsure of yourself, a little unsure of who you are. And that's what trauma does. Trauma leaves you unsure. It takes away your power, it takes away your sense of identity, it takes away the essence of who you are, right? So you're left with kind of like a shell. And like I said earlier, you're operating as like just a fraction of who you are. You're in the shadows, you're in hiding, you just don't know who you are. So I apologize. I am a speaker, but I am a little out of practice, so I will be looking at my notes quite a bit. So you bear with me. Practice does make perfect. So I was talking about us creating our dreams, and part of creating that dream is to understand exactly who we are, right? Because let's face it, you were not just created to suffer and to take up space, right? You are created with a part to play, an integral part to play in this, a very significant part to play in this game of life, right? And so, yeah, you're supposed to add a lot of value to humanity, but it's hard to know what you have to offer if you're unsure of who you're even supposed to be, right? So yeah, trauma does its job very well. Trauma eats away at who we are, eats away at our very core, right? And you lose the very essence of who you are and when you were abused and victimized, because it's often necessary to become someone else, right? While you're being traumatized, just so you can survive. It's often necessary to become someone else just so you can survive. And you hide to keep yourself safe, right? So I want to help you unearth that person that's in hiding so that you're able to present your authentic self. You know, there was a self that was created. You were carefully and amazingly made, right? To offer something to the world. So I want to help you to um, unearth that person so you can confidently give what you're supposed to give and get back what you're supposed to get. Because, yeah. And so the first step, and I'm sure you've never thought about this, the first step is looking at your name. Your name. What is your name? All right. What is the meaning of your name? Or what is the story behind your name? In my work every day, I meet people with the most unusual names. And I take time, I get curious about their names. I take time to ask them what their name means and who named them, because that gives me a glimpse of who they are and where they've been. So, your name is a major part of your identity, right? And so, it carries, your name carries a certain energy, right? The story attached to your name has helped to shape you and shapes your right now, right? So, how you feel about your name may affect how you show up in the world. So, how do you feel about your name? Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever questioned where your name came from and what the meaning is of your name? Have you ever thought about maybe the energy that's attached to your name? That major part of your identity. If to the point where people might, if you have an unusual name, people might even mispronounce your name. Don't let them get away with that. Don't let people mispronounce your name. Your name is a major part of who you are. Teach them how to pronounce your name properly, because that is a sign of respect, and you deserve that respect. Don't let people butcher your name and let them get away with it. Tell them how you want your name to be pronounced. People butcher my name all the time, as simple as it is. Winsome. It's so simple. But I don't let them get away with it. I tell them what the correct pronunciation of my name is, and I tell them how I want to be addressed. You deserve that respect. So you deserve to respect your name so that someone else will respect it. And here's the thing, if you like your name, then I want you to wear your name with pride and with power. Let your name empower you. Let your name be a significant part of your story, right? If you don't like your name, though, what if you don't like your name? Who says you have to keep that name that you were given that you don't like? You have the choice to change that name if it doesn't serve you, if it doesn't depict or say something about who you really are or who you want to be. Change it. Why not? And that's part of self empowerment, right? Taking charge of making changes in your life that suit you, that serve you well, that serve you better than the previous. If your name doesn't bring you the energy that you want, change it. And don't worry about offending who you're going to offend by changing your name. This is your journey. This is your dream that you're after, right? These are your results. You're getting in touch with who you are. If you need to change your name so that it matches who you want to be, change it. Why not? So, if I'll tell you a little story about my name. Um, at first, when I was growing up, I didn't like my name. I didn't like my name because I didn't know the story behind my name and I didn't know the meaning of my name. After I heard the story of my name, which I was named by a passerby, and then I learned the meaning of my name, I realized that I am every bit of what my name is, and my name serves me well now. I'm very proud of my name now. My name actually opens doors for me. There is a certain energy attached to my name that works well for me. My name is Winsome, and it actually means charming, attractive, winning, um, beautiful, which is everything that I am. So my name serves me well. If at this point of my life I had a different name that didn't work for me, you best believe I would be changing it. Because my future, my dream is too important to me to be saddled with a name that doesn't serve me well. All right. So I don't know if you've ever really given thought to your name and the power that your name carries, but I would like for you to think about that right now. Search out the meaning and the story behind your name and begin to use that as part of your journey. The other thing, we're not going to go into this yet, but another way to unearth who you are is by using your story. In my next talk, we will dive into that a little bit, how to use your story to unearth who you are and who you don't want to be. But for now, I just want to invite you to work with me to to learn some more about how your name makes a difference and to join my 8-week mentorship program so that we can begin to get in touch with who we are, to take our life back from the effects of trauma and abuse, and to begin to create our dream. I will leave by the way, this is on YouTube, and so I invite you to subscribe to my channel and please comment below and let me know how you feel about your name. And I will leave my email address in the description box so you can email me if you would like to work with me to begin to take your life back, take charge of who you are, take your life back, and create your dream, right? This is a group mentorship program. It's going to run for 8 weeks because we're going to dive into 7 major areas of your life you want to gain control of so that you can create your dream. And it's going to begin in June. It's going to run between June through June and July. And so you are invited to sign up and learn those 7 areas that you can take control of. Learn more about finding out who you are and learn more about taking control of these 7 major areas of your life. For example, your goals, your health, your purpose, your story, very important, um, your finances, your relationships, and oh my gosh, the main one, your serenity. So you're welcome to sign up. I will leave my email address, and I thank you for listening, and I will catch you in the next talk. Have a good evening.